So it's almost like for engineering and entrepreneurship to coexist in the same project or the same company at the same time. It can't really coexist inside individual. Deep, Yola, what do you think?
I completely agree with Charlie, actually, which is at some point you stop getting leverage from yourself if you try to do it all yourself. And your job as the founder becomes more that of I'm a big fan of American football, so I'll give you an American football analogy. At some point, you have to stop being the quarterback on the field and making all the plays to becoming a coach and calling the plays.
Sort of, I guess this would be my question, and the little bit of consulting that I have done has been sort of for a friend and to sort of friend rates and things like that. And I'm just wondering, like, how to like navigate that, because on the one hand, like, I really enjoy helping my friend, and I'm getting some money off of it on the side, but then if I really want to sort of commit to it, then I have to sort of stop with the friend rate.
That's one of the biggest problems a lot of people have is when you're, especially I do web development, so every single one of my friends has been like, oh, make me a web page. And you really have to, you may give them a friend rate, but you have to stick them with a contract. You have to let them know that you're giving them a friend rate, that it's a confidential rate, and that, it expires after the first project is what I do.
I thought it was a great talk and a really interesting speaker. And as a Rubyist myself, it's really cool to see not only what he's done, but what he's building, but see him explain it. And it's like a more intimate setting because he's in his house, he's more comfortable, he's not up on stage, so I really like the format. I feel like more people can come and the speakers and presenters can explore things that might be different than what they would do at a normal conference.
So again, this is our spec design patterns, and we're going to be talking about taming the chaotic specs. You may have seen a lot of this talk if you were at RailsConf. When you find yourself spending, more than twice as much time just writing the tests, or when you find yourself having to heavily refactor, or you're digging through your tests to figure out whether or not you covered one thing over another, that's when it's really time. That's a good smell or a bad smell that you really need to take the opportunity to refactor some tests.
Trying to move into Cassandra, we had this similar story with Nayo. Actually, we are using MongoDB for the production right now, so we are hitting some limits.
So for context, we actually built the first version of the product on MongoDB, and that was done as kind of for speed to market. And so we ran with that, for about the first year and a half or 2 years of the company. And then we started essentially running into the issues that you would run into with sort of scaling and query performance when you have a system that doesn't distribute queries, essentially.
We were debating on, what framework to use for the next project, and should it be Ember, should it be Angular, and kind of going back and forth and having like a 2-hour debate. And I just kind of threw the monkey wrench in there that said, what about Meteor? Let's just try the whole thing in Meteor. And they said okay, and one of the other founders went away for the weekend and came back, and he's like, holy crap, this is amazing. I rebuilt the entire app in Meteor in like a weekend.
All right. Hi, everyone. So great to be here. Really excited to start this session on designing experiments for product development.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about ng-animate, and that's the driver that runs the animations in Angular. About myself, I live in Toronto, and I'm a core developer in Angular.
All right. Well, hey, thanks everyone for coming, and if you guys ever have any questions.
It has to do with what you said with cloning a product, where you clone 80% of the features and you innovate on 20%.